Hi everyone, Gabrielle here. I am discussing the um, process support tool in the Desteni process of breath or breathing. And this tool is not only a tool, but it's a state of being. Living in breath is moving yourself into the present moment, into physical reality. So it gives you access to this physical reality, present moment here, instead of drifting off in thoughts, in your mind, in emotional experiences. It is a constant support to bring you back to the moment here, physical, the present. And this is a significant support within the process that we walk through the mind, through thoughts, feelings, emotions, the experiences we go through. It is a constant reminder to bring yourself back here. So say I'm in thought patterns. I'm out in a boat and thoughts come up that, something intense happens, say, and I'm starting to have an emotional reaction. I'm starting to move into the behavior that is not my best. And over time, over practice of this breath here, moving back to the physical, self-forgiveness, the point becomes more integrated to move, okay, back to breath. I'm going to my thought patterns, I'm going too much into my mind, or I'm going to a thought, consequential outflow. Move back here, do self-forgiveness. Bring myself back to physical reality. Bring myself back to my physical body. Bring myself back to life here in the physical moment. Bring myself back to my principles. Because when you drift off and start going to reactions, you limit yourself. It's like you constrict yourself and close yourself off from what is actually happening in physical reality. Because what you're doing is your awareness is no longer in your eyes looking out into the world. You're not able to feel your fingertips. You're not able to move your toes and feel your toes. You're in alternate realities. You are moving in constant waves of emotions, experiences moving up and down. So you're not here, you're not present. And thus you're limiting your ability to respond in reality. And through those, when you go into your mind and start going into thought patterns, you start to create consequence in your reality. So, for instance, say I'm at work and I get triggered by someone in my reality. And then I start thinking, okay, I'm not now present in my physical body anymore. I'm now in my mind thinking about this person. And the thoughts can be nasty. This person's a bitch. This person, look at what they did to me. They deliberately did that on purpose. They are the problem. I need to get back at them. And boom, now you're in your mind. Now you're conniving and being revengeful and being abusive. You're now I'm planning an attack on this person. Instead of moving myself into reality physically here, I'm now in my mind scheming, being deliberate in nasty deception, abuse. And if I live into that action and do that nasty action, I will create consequence on that other person, create consequence in my life. Maybe I'm not going to be able, maybe I won't see it then and there, but it will play out eventually in time. And the more consequence you create, the more you have to face in this reality. If you die, you face all of it in the other side. And it's tenfold. It's expanded because now you're facing everything of yourself. You've become now part of the universe again. And you face everything of yourself. So breath is a tool to, in those moments where you start scheming, you see your mind go off and go into possession mode and become nasty. You bring yourself back to the physical, back to breath. This is a physical action. You can do it to remind yourself to get back here. Or if you need some breath to get back into your physical body when you go into an emotional point, to bring you back to be able to do self-forgiveness. I forgive myself for accepting, allowing myself to create an idea of who that person is in that moment. I forgive myself for accepting, allowing to blame that person for who I am within myself, of feeling like I've been wronged, feeling like they are the one doing this to me. I forgive myself for accepting, allowing to not actually consider equal and one how I would want to be considered if I was that person. I forgive myself for accepting, allowing to not take responsibility for my inner reactions of blame, anger, abuse almost being done onto that person. I commit myself to take self-responsibility for who I was in that moment. I commit myself to, in communication, understand where that person is coming from through directly approaching that person and talking to them about that moment. I commit myself to, within the best of my ability, find a solution with that person in that moment to better develop the relationship with that person and develop the environment that we are working in to create agreements that will support us both. I commit myself to walk this point in the best of my ability and what is best for all. So the breath point supports with bringing yourself back to physical reality, to be able to correct that thought pattern that you're going into, to gain access to the physical ability to self-forgive yourself. So you're, through the breath, living, moving back into your physical body, becoming present within your fingers. Breath is that access door, say. And the state of life, the state of what is here, is in this physical reality. Physical reality, life is aligned here, equal and one. So this process is actually moving us back to physical reality through our physical breath. So as far as I understand it, we want to be here in breath. Bernard always used to say that. It's still in his videos, so he's still saying it through his videos. In a moment I had with him when I was at the Desteni farm a couple of years ago, I would ask him questions like, all right, so how do you see things? Like, how do you get to, how are you like? What are you doing? Like, how did you get this? He's like, I'm here. I'm just here breathing. I'm just here. I'm breathing. I'm here. And that's all he said. Like, he's just here. He's breathing. And that's it. So that is, it's like a silence you become. You're here, breathing, direct in your reality. You're living in physical reality, directing yourself. You walk. You pick up the coffee. You drink. Oh, you're going into thoughts now. Breathe. Bring yourself back to physical body. Here. Forgive. Find the correction points. Walk that correction. And you repeat. And this is a repeating action. If you can at the moment do your forgiveness, take a note down. Do it at night. Or go to the bathroom and do it in the bathroom. Or go outside and do it. So you just consistently walk this process. And the breath point is always a support, constant tool that will bring you back to physical life here. Direct. Being able to direct yourself. So that is a realization I've had with the breath, is it brings you a constant point of support while we walk through our mind processes, facing ourselves, the worst of ourselves, in our everyday life. And you can practice at night with 4-count breathing. This kind of brings you into a silence within yourself. If you see thoughts come up, you can forgive it or just let it go for a little bit and just practice the breath and being silent. I'm still doing that myself. But yeah, the state of life here is in breath, is physically direct, living, self-responsible, responding to reality in the best of your ability, directly here. And then when thoughts come, emotions come, feelings come, you start to get really excited. You're moving out of your physical body and becoming up here, kind of floaty. Bring yourself back. Breath, life, here. Being able to direct yourself in what is best for all. Because if you start to go out into your mind, into thoughts, you can start to create yourself in separation. Like I had that point of attack on that person, that is not who I want to be in my reality. That is not the kind of relationship I want to create. That is not the kind of being I want to create for myself. Is someone that harms, is abusive. That is not who I am. And that is not what I stand as in life principle. Life is giving. Life is supportive. Life is caring. Life is patient. Life is unconditional in its support here, to support as an example for everybody else that is here. So if I can't live as an unconditional example for others, I'm still reacting. I'm still in my mind. I'm not here. I'm not life. So it's a process that we walk. And that's what the Desteni process is. There's a whole website. There's many points of information, support, processing you can walk. There's the Desteni Light course that starts you off as a beginner course. I highly suggest. And this is all for the benefit of yourself, to align back to your highest potential, which is life, what is best for all, here, and that's in breath. Breath is here, present, physical, able to direct yourself in what is best through your own self-ability, through your own self-responsibility. The ability to respond here in common sense. So thanks for listening. Till next time. Bye.